Alright, well, for some reason I can't get the video to record, so you're just going to have to not get to see me tonight. May not be a bad thing after all, since my hair's a mess. Alright, we're getting ready to do a lab on Friday, November 13th on, oh, wonderful, on conductivity. You'll remember we talked about ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are, when they will dissolve in water, will conduct electricity. We also talked about dissociation. Dissociation occurs when you have an ionic compound that breaks into its ions in water, the cations and anions. And that's because the water comes in and surrounds the ions and pulls them apart. Okay? Today's beginning question that you need to write down. What is the relationship between conductivity and concentration of a solution? And then second of all, how will the number of ions into which a compound will dissociate affect the conductivity? In other words, if you have one magnesium to every 2 chlorides, how will that affect the conductivity levels compared to just 1 sodium and 1 chlorine? Okay? We're using 3 different compounds, so now first off I would like you to write the dissociation equations for each of the solutions. Sodium will dissociate into a sodium ion and a chlorine ion. Aluminum chloride will dissociate into an aluminum ion and then 3 chlorine ions. Calcium will dissociate into a calcium ion and 2 chlorine ions. Notice I put aqueous next to each one. That's because the aqueous means that it's dissolved in water. All right, for our procedure, step 1, you're going to be putting safety glasses on. Okay. Step 2, each lab station is going to have a test tube rack that has test tubes and pipettes that have our 3 solutions in it. You're going to start with the sodium chloride. Those are the pipettes. Alright, make sure you have a pipette. You also need a 100 milliliter beaker that is clean, and you need 70 milliliters of distilled water. And that distilled water goes into the beaker. Step 3. You're going to be using what is called a Lab Pro. The Lab Pro looks like, let's see if I have the pictures. The Lab Pro is a little gray machine, a little gray handheld. It looks like a little computer game. And it has a screen on it. So the first thing you're going to do is, you've got the Lab Pro, and then we have a lab setup with a ring stand, a clamp, and a conductivity meter that's attached to the Lab Pro. The first thing you need to do is there's a little switch on the side of the conductivity meter that needs to be set in the 0 to 2000 microsiemens per centimeter range. That is a measurement of how many microsiemens, which is a amount of electricity, move per every 1 centimeter. Okay, that connects into your LabQuest. Step 4, you're going to choose data collection mode from, step 3 also, we have to go back. you're going to choose New on your lab quest. Step 4, we're going to need to choose data collection. All right, so you will, after you have chosen New, you're going to have a screen, and that screen did not get saved. Let's see if we can find it real fast. I'm going to pause and come. All right, I found the picture. The lab quest, once you've got your new file, you're going to get a red square like that, and up in the corner it says Mode. So you're going to click on Mode, and that will bring up a screen that looks like this. And up here where it says time-based, you'll click on this arrow. That will give you a drop-down menu, and you will choose Events with Entry. You'll choose Events with Entry. Once you've chosen Events with Entry, the third picture, which I do not have a copy of, will show, but it's in the lab handout, will ask you to put, it says name, and you're going to type in volume using your stylus. It's a little kind of blue-green thing that you'll type in on the screen, and then you'll type in, it says units, and you'll type in drops. Step 5, you're going to take your apparatus that we were talking about earlier that has the ring stand and the conductivity meter, and it's attached to your lab quest. You're going to take that and your 100 milliliter beaker that has 70 milliliters of water, you're going to do a baseline test. Okay, so you're going to, first of all, you'll hit the little green button on your Lab Pro to start taking data. You'll then raise the beaker up, the 100 milliliter beaker up, and once your little red window has stabilized, you'll push Keep, and a box will come up and you'll put in 0 drops. Step 6, we're going to repeat. Although with step 6, we're going to add 1 drop of sodium chloride to our 100 milliliter beaker. We'll then take that beaker and once again raise it up to our conductivity meter that is attached to a lab quest. And again, once this number stabilizes, you'll choose Keep and you'll put in 1 drop. Then you will repeat and you will do 2 drops and 3 drops all the way till you get to 8 drops. Each time hitting Keep, each time increasing the number of drops. So you're going to end up graphing your number of drops against your conductivity. Okay, you want to go from 7 to 8 drops. At the end of 8 drops, you'll be done. All right, so that's 8 drops is step 8. Step 9, you'll stop your data collection, and you do that by, there's a little red box on your screen, and you will repeat for step 10 with the aluminum chloride solution. You're going to repeat steps 5 through 9, and then for step 11 you'll repeat with this calcium chloride, steps 5 through 9. All right, that is what you need to do. I realize it is not terribly clear, but hopefully you'll be able to follow along and we will be able to get this cooking on Friday in lab. Thank you.